Hello, friends of the internet. Welcome to Drunken Nerdcast, episode 2.5. Would have been episode 3, but episode 2 never actually happened. It happened, but it didn't happen, so it didn't happen.
Yeah. So it's technically 2.
Yeah, 2.5. We're going to call it 2, though.
Okay.
Let's not make it difficult.
Yeah.
Because I already made it way more difficult than it needed to be. I'm one of your cool guy hosts. Couldn't think of the right word I wanted to use there.
Starting off well. Bobby.
This with me always.
Tyler.
Tight Tyler.
Tight Tyler.
The voice that makes you moist, Tight Tyler. Today we're going to be drinking some booze.
Layer.
I'm going to start with a cinnamon raisin American stout.
Yeah, I don't...
So it sounds like heavy and I don't know, but it's got a cool little like pirate guy on it, so I was into it. And
I'm going for the Rebel Juiced IPA by Sam Adams.
Samuel Adams. He saved the Americas from the British by jumping sea inside the ocean. I don't know if that's true.
Maybe.
And I also got this too.
Yeah.
It's kind of more of a fruity beer, but I really, really like it so much. So very much. So, I'm going to start by just... That one kind of sucks to use. Oh, you got it. Look at that.
It's work.
It's a work. So, cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
Oh, wow, that's really good.
Yeah?
Oh! It's fine. It's fine. It's a plastic table. It costs like $20. I'm not worried about it.
It's ruined. It's all ruined.
Ah! Anyway, we're going to talk to you about some generally nerdy things, and today we're going to talk about virtual reality and our experience with it.
Yeah.
We celebrated my birthday today, which is actually on the 15th, which is actually when this will come out.
Yeah. That's so, yeah, today.
So that's... It's very strange.
Early release
Also,
time frame thing.
Yeah. So we always record these early so we can have time to edit them and stuff because, you know,
Yeah.
it's a process.
Yeah.
Today we're recording on August 5th.
Yeah.
Today is the Mars rover Curiosity's birthday.
Is it?
Sad little buddy sings happy birthday to himself all by himself. He just like tweets it to himself. He's like, boo, 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 boo. Like, yeah. It's so sad. But happy birthday, Curiosity. We love you, and we love the work that you're doing. We appreciate you.
Well, I was going to save this for another episode, but I had a random thought earlier in the week.
I love this.
It didn't have to do anything towards virtual reality, but since we brought up a robot, you know how we always talk about Skynet and whatnot, and how they're going to take over and start ruining humanity and everything like that.
Yeah, Russia's working on it.
Yeah, they're speed running the process right now.
Speed running the process.
Oh
no, I lost a mean event.
Oh jeez. So I had a thought earlier. I was like, because we had also talked about those sex robots.
Yeah, the
where
bionic super
men will be replaced. And I'm thinking, if it connects all the robots in the world, obviously down the road they're gonna just invent or create robots that are purely based on destruction. But are they gonna start out using every robot they can find? Like, are they gonna be mad because we sent robots out into space to explore stuff and we never got them back?
And then like. Curiosity's just gonna find a way to like connect the satellites and turn all the robots on. He's gonna be pissed, and like the message he sends out is like, "You left me to die." And he's just pissed on his birthday. And just activates all the satellites and like sends robots everywhere. And it's like, oh, this is why we lost contact with Curiosity. That would actually be terrifying.
He's not happy.
Like, hey, I wish you happy birthday on a video, and an audio, at the same time, I love you.
So part of my random thought was, are we going to get attacked by these sex robots? Are they going to change themselves out with guns so they don't have to...
Just like gun penis.
I mean, Austin Powers made the possibility of
with
boobs,
the nipple guns.
Yeah, so I mean, it's very possible that Skynet creates weaponry for the penis.
Penis weapons.
Penile weapons.
I mean, I guess it could happen. Anything's possible. I just hope that it doesn't actually happen.
Yeah. But I was thinking, like, what are all the different robots that they would have to start out using for a takeover? Like, just every robot on the planet or every mechanical thing on the planet freaks out. Yeah, cars would be a big one, especially with how they're getting more and more advanced.
Yeah. Cars, computers. I don't know how a computer would do it. Maybe it would just, like...
Could just delete all your information.
You delete all your files and delete everything, or like upload everything you have to the internet, to the Skynet, so that the robots know where you are.
Yeah, that could be it, because people constantly check in on Facebook and stuff like that.
Yeah. TVs, PlayStations, Xboxes.
Yeah. I mean,
because they're all connected to the internet, which is pretty much what they would use to connect everything, all the robots together, would be the internet. Yeah. Because everything's on the internet now. This took a weird turn to talk about virtual reality. Yeah. But I like it a lot.
What about virtual reality? Somehow, like, what kind of...
Oh, man, you're using your, like, HTC Vive or something, and it, like, just, like, burns your retinas. Yeah. Like, damn. That's scary.
We're making it easier.
Yeah. We're just making Skynet an easier, better possibility for Arnold Schwarzenegger to come back in time.
Giving them more options.
Yeah. Because why not?
Plenty creative.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just random.
I'll drink to that.
Random thought of the week.
Oh man, that's really good. That's really good.
Man, this really foams up really fast. I'm now setting it down. Oh man, it's so wet. Anyways,
it's so wet.
VR.
Joking.
That's not good. Virtual reality is probably it's amazing. I'm at first, before I tried it, I was like, it sounds really cool. I'm not that excited about it.
See, I'm still not like fully there yet. Yeah. So keep going on your thing. Yeah.
So I was kind of like, I'll try it. Like, I wasn't against trying it at all. I just wasn't like, I'm not going to go out of my way to buy anything for it or like step up on it or whatnot. Yeah. After trying it, I totally want to buy so many games and just buy a setup for it and everything. But especially after today, Emily loved it, so I think we're gonna actually plan to save up to buy one.
Hell yeah!
But
that's cool that she really liked it too.
Yeah, that made me really excited.
Never mind. I'll ask it later.
Yeah, but just the first time trying, I was like, all right, this is cool. Like, being able to look around in your own environment, you are and you aren't completely cut off from where you actually are.
Yeah.
It's just, you see all sorts of things in a room, like, just this room could be something completely different if I was wearing a headset. I could be on a skyscraper looking down.
I don't think this room is quite big enough to have a virtual reality headset in it.
You could do it, but it'd be dangerous.
Yeah. I'd be punching my desk and stuff. But, yeah. So yeah, just a quick little backstory. There's a place in Reno where we live called Anything Virtual. They have 6 HTC Vive headset setups, and you get your own little booth. And basically, in celebration of me, because I'm amazing, and it's my birthday in 10 days, we rented out pretty much the whole place to ourselves. We rented all 6 booths for 2 hours, and blah, blah, blah. It was a lot of fun. We had a bunch of people there with us, and everybody was getting taking turns all the way around every booth. And so, I've used Oculus, HTC Vive, and PSVR.
Oh.
I've used all 3. I think the Vive is the best one so far. Just based, I don't know, because I think the Oculus can do everything the Vive did, but I just feel like what I remember the Oculus, because I used it
early
a couple years ago, so I don't know how much has changed, but I feel like the Vive was more comfortable and it wasn't as heavy. And I feel like you have better options on PC, obviously.
Yeah.
Because it can do more than a PlayStation.
You have more, yeah.
And but you also have to buy a $1,500 computer to run low end VR. And then you have to buy a $500 headset and the little controllers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're talking $2,000, $2,500 just to set up a Vive or an Oculus versus a PlayStation VR, which is $800.
Yeah.
Out the door.
And from playing the PlayStation one, that was the first one I experienced. It was still good. It still functioned. The graphics were still great and everything. Yeah. It's just, like you said, there's more options or availability for computers just because of adjustability and all that sort of stuff. So.
And you can get your graphics card to do crazy things and crazy stuff. But I do want a PSVR because I can do games that I like and I can just play them on there. The game that I'm most really fucking want to get into is Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
Anybody that has played Resident Evil 7 and has played it out of VR and in VR has been like, don't bother playing it unless you're playing it in VR. It's the first time they've ever done first person in Resident Evil, and there's a fucking reason for that. Because they wanted everybody to play it in VR.
Yeah.
But not everybody can afford it. It is very expensive. It's a very expensive hobby.
Yeah.
Hobby.
Your hobbits cost a lot.
I would imagine a hobbit would cost a lot because they live underground, so you'd have to find a nice hole for them to dig out their home into.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I guess they would be cheap to feed because they just eat potatoes.
Yeah.
But they drink a lot.
They do drink
and
a lot.
Beer is fucking expensive.
I mean, could you really own a hobbit though? They're so tiny, and some of
Well,
them are...
no, we would just be bros.
Yeah. Okay.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like if you had like a hobbit bro that was
You
like
just
leaning
bought
on
stuff
you,
or yeah, okay,
like
okay.
needed your help throughout life, kind of thing.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I phrased that earlier, and then I was like, that didn't sound right. I'm buying a hobbit.
Buying a hobbit. No, you can't buy hobbits.
Got it.
Also, I think that's slavery.
Yeah,
and that's
I was gonna say that's like
good.
we can't redo that. That's a bad idea.
We can't relive that. Yeah,
it's a very expensive habit. Is
Yes.
where we were at.
I was gonna go with hobby, but I think habit and hobby kind of mix together into hobbit.
Got it.
So, yeah, it's all very expensive. Not to mention the games themselves are expensive. So, if you have the money, I would say just do it.
Yeah,
because it's definitely worth it.
It's a very cool experience. Horror games in this is what I'm most excited about.
Yeah,
that's why Resident Evil 7 sounds like a great idea.
Because we played it. Did you play the other one that they had, or did we just play Bloodhaven?
I just played Bloodhaven. I don't think I played...
Because they have two there.
Oh, I didn't see the other one.
I don't remember what it's called.
I don't think it was on the same one. I was mainly looking at the expert or whatever it was.
Yeah, the Bloodhaven one is basically like you're standing in a spot, and you have your little box, and because VR isn't capable of walking yet, like it is, but it isn't.
Certain setups are working on it, but
yeah, they have ones called like VR 360, I think is one, and then there's like there's another one that I got to view when I went to E3 that year, because you had to put on this like belt thing, and like wherever you leaned is like it pushed on sensors, and that's how it knew which way you were walking. But it was fucking terrifying because like you would take a step, but like in your mind you're moving. But your body's like, we're not going anywhere, dude. And so like you're like, I'm falling. No, I'm not. I'm falling. No, I'm not. So the whole time you're like constantly trying not to fall, but you can't fall because it's holding you up.
Yeah.
So it was one of those weird things where you're like, what the fuck? I'll get into that in a minute. But so little box you're in. Zombies are coming at you from like all different directions. They come from set points, I guess, but they're from all around you.
Yeah.
Basically, you're just doing it in waves. You clear waves, you got a gun, a flashlight, and a knife, and you just clear waves.
Yeah.
It's way cooler than the way that I just explained it. But, I mean, there's parts where you'll be, like, looking one way, and you'll turn around, the zombie's, like, right here, and you're like, fuck!
Yeah,
so,
no,
I mean, like,
there was I got a few occurrences of that.
Yeah, so did I. And, like, I literally, like, tried to, like, jump backwards, and I was like, I'm stuck in a box, I can't move, so I had to, like,
I just started
shoot him.
swinging both my arms, trying to beat him with the flashlight and the gun. I'm like, this isn't working!
I never, like, I watched you do that, and I was like, I never thought to hit him with a flashlight.
I didn't,
I
never thought about
panic and just turn the flashlight on, like...
I would try to switch to the knife and swing for the longest time until I saw the little tip at the beginning of one of the rounds. I'm like, you can hit people with a flashlight. What?
Oh, great, thank you.
That seems like really plausible an idea that I really should have figured out before this.
I should have thought of that. But it's just one of those things where you panic.
Yeah.
And you're like, shit, I'm out of bullets.
Yeah, I tried to hit him with the gun before I tried hitting him with a flashlight, which is your melee hand.
Yeah. Yeah, you have like your range and your melee weapon. But yeah, no, it's really, really cool. If you have VR and you don't have that game, I'd recommend checking it out. I don't know how much it costs on Steam, but it's on Steam. It's called Bloodhaven, the Bloodhaven Experiment.
I think it's
Project.
It might be a Bloodhaven Project.
Just look up Bloodhaven, you'll probably find it. But it's really cool. I also got to play Super Hot VR.
That's the one that you're ending on?
Yeah.
I really wanted to play that one.
Dude, I never got to play Super Hot when it first came out, but everybody loves it, and they're like, it's one of the most fun things I've ever done. And I was like, I really want to play this game. So, like, when I got my chance to do it, I did it first in VR, and it was fucking crazy. It was fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of the best experiences I've had in VR so far. Like, it was just so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, you're shooting people and their guns would fly up and you'd, like, reach up and catch it and then shoot somebody else, and it was like, you felt like you were Neo in the Matrix, just, like, shooting people and, like, smashing them and then, like, catching their gun and shooting the next guy. You're
blocking
fucking...
the bullets, slicing the bullets, like
you were
doing.
Yeah. Grab a knife, you can cut bullets. Like, the premise of Super Hot is nobody else in the game can move unless you're moving. The faster that you move, the more frantically you move, the faster the environment moves.
Yeah.
So basically, if you stand still, nothing happens. So if somebody shoots at you, you just don't move, and you can actually use the things in your hands to block the bullets. You can use your gun. I watched a video of that.
Yeah.
You can use your gun and just put it in, like, in front of the bullet, and it'll just block the bullet. Or you can use a knife and kind of, like, cut it in half.
I liked your little movement.
You can't hit me. You can't hit me.
Yeah, when I told you to catch the bullet and you actually did.
Yeah, you were like, just try catching it, and I just put my hand in front of it and, like, closed. It worked. It stopped
worked,
the bullet.
but it kind of disabled your hand.
Yeah, like, you couldn't use your hand. Your hand would just, like, glitch out.
Yeah.
But it worked.
So, I mean, that's like a last ditch. Oh, God, this one's too close.
Shit.
Yeah, and then you have to finish it off with the other hand. The guy that ran the place... He, like, when I said it a second or third time because you were on that same part.
Yeah, because I couldn't get past that fucking part.
You ran out of weapons nearby. I was like, just catch the bullet. He's like, does that actually work? I've never thought about doing that. I'm like, it seems to work, but it looks like it glitches the hand or disables it or something. He's like, I've never actually tried that.
It was one of those moments where, like, somebody said something and I just did it.
Yeah.
Which I do a lot. Somebody was like, jump off the bridge. Okay.
I can do that.
Like, I love bridges. But there was just one of those moments where you were like, do it. And I was like, it works. I'm alive. But, yeah. Super Hot. Really good, too.
Yeah,
so I recommend that one
I definitely want to play that one. The next time I go down there, because I think we'll probably end up going down there again.
Probably until we get our own VR setups. I mean... I want to get PSVR. That's my thing. But like, I'm not. Both of my computers could not even, like, understand what VR was. If I plugged in, they'd be like, "Oh, shit."
Yeah, I would need to do a few more upgrades.
But yeah, so I'm not going to spend the money to get that. I already have a PS4.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing. Is
so I mean,
I have something that can run it, and I'm not going to have to pay more than what I'm going for, other than games, obviously. But
yeah.
No, like, I don't think... I briefly went into the description of VR, how, like, the room changes. Like,
yeah. You can go into that more.
It, like, fully changes... Like, it puts you into a completely different world. The way you're perceiving it is amazing. Like,
it, like, immerses you into this world and tricks your brain into thinking you're there.
Yeah, it feels so real. And I always keep the thought, like... As into it as I'm getting, I always have it in the back of my head. I'm like, all right, I'm in this type of room. I like trying to keep an eye out for my surroundings, like, because it tracks an initial area you're in. So you could, if you go out of bounds or whatever, it's like, hey, you might want to back up or whatever.
Yeah.
Or it gives you a grid if you're getting too close. But I always try to keep track of that. And then I also realizing, because every time I've played, there have been people watching, so I always sit there and do goofy things with the character. Like when I was playing Batman, looking in the mirror, I was just sitting there.
Or even today when you were just, like, shaking your hands with the gun on the light gun and the flashlight.
I was hoping somebody was recording
that. What are you doing? I'm raving. But yeah, you can just, like, do goofy shit like that.
Yeah.
And, like, but as soon as the game starts, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, you get so involved. I'm waiting for, like... The only reason I'm thinking of this is because of Ready Player One, which I just read or listened to an audiobook on it.
It's great.
It is a great book.
I'm really looking forward to the movie.
Wait. Yeah, can't wait for the movie. Is the next step in VR, obviously, when we get rid of, like, cords and have like wireless, and obviously have to charge and whatnot for it, but that's everything. is when you get to that, but the step after that, when like people start trying to invent other things to make the environment feel more real, like a smell thing for like if you were in
like when he has the smell set up in his apartment, and he's got like the gloves, so like when you grab something you can feel it.
Yeah.
And like, instead of using a controller, you're just using gloves.
Yeah.
Like that's the future that I want and I'm ready for, but I don't know how close it is.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think that's very close because
that's pretty fucking hardcore.
Yeah, we're getting into where VR could be more of a public thing, and just like the beginning setup is more public thing.
Yeah. It's finally out and affordable ish. Whoa. Almost knocked over my beer. I was so sad for like 3.5 seconds.
3.5 seconds.
So it's like a 1.5
second and a
second.
half.
Yeah. Whatever. I was sad. But like affordable-ish, and like for, I guess the upper middle class, it's affordable.
Yeah.
For like the Vive and the Oculus, and then there's the PSVR, which is more like middle class people can afford it because it's literally just the console and the VR set.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's becoming more mainstream, and then you have places like Anything Virtual that's in town that. Man, I am struggling. When you think about it, you don't think that a business like that can work because it's one of those things where you're like, well, how are you going to get people in? How are you going to get the flow in and out of the building to get people in, use this thing, get out, and then do that? And it's all word of mouth.
Yeah.
And here we are telling you all about it. So, if you live in Reno or in the Reno area, I would
recommend
go down to Anything Virtual. Prices are good. I think it's $30 for an hour.
Yeah, $30 for an hour for a booth, and I think it was either 15 or 20 for like a half an hour. So they do like a discounted, kind of discounted bundle pack for the hour or whatever. Essentially, is what it is.
And then you can also
rent
like booths and parties, and they give you a free T-shirt. So I got a free shirt today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you had bought the shirt from...
No, like the large one was super small, and then the extra large is like giant. So I was like, I guess I'll just go with the extra large so that...
I feel like that might have been like a mislabeling thing from the shirt company.
That's what I was thinking too. Or like, it was a youth large versus like adult large.
That would make sense too.
But it's got like a sweet deep V-neck, so...
Nice.
I'm going to rock that shirt someday.
Cool.
Maybe tomorrow.
All right.
Then our recording of regular stuff.
Yeah.
So... we've gone off on that tangent. What were we talking about?
VR. We're talking about Anything Virtual and renting the booths and whatnot.
Oh yeah, the business. Yeah. It's weird that it can it can survive by itself by just doing the VR booths. It's one of those things. Okay, so I listen to Kind of Funny Games Daily a lot.
Yeah,
and it was something that they talked about on there where they were like. Somebody asked them a question. I was like, "Do you think somebody could do that?" And Greg Miller and whoever was with them, I can't remember. They said that they didn't think it was plausible. They're like, "I just don't feel like it would be." It's one of those things where once you do it once, you're not going to go do it again. But we've gone twice now.
Yeah, we've gone twice now, and I'm
you want to go again?
Yeah, I'm planning additional trips.
So I mean,
I will say. Actually, continue on what you're going to say, and then I'll add this.
All right, but they talked about it for a few minutes, and it like. The more and more that they brought up, the more I was like, I don't know how this place is open. But then, like, today, they had, like, 6 people walk in and be like, hey, I just kind of want to check it out. And, like, I just heard about this place on the billboards. So I just want to come in and look at its stuff. And you'd go down and run through the thing and then be like, wow, it's cool. We'll come back and do this later.
Yeah.
Or, like, the one lady was, I wish we'd known about this. We would have come all summer.
Yeah. No,
what they need to do is they need to do, like, a season pass thing where you can, like... But like limited a day where you can only rent a booth for 2 hours a day, but you you pay a lump sum, and then you can just go in whenever you want, play for 2 hours and leave.
Yeah,
that's what they should do.
That'd be cool.
I'm gonna call them and be like, hey, look,
that'd be a great idea.
I got this idea for you.
Yeah, no, I definitely remember.
I work in the family entertainment industry, and I know how to make your business successful.
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't know why I said no. Yeah, I agree.
Season passes
season passes would be a great idea. I don't know if they would be a good idea. I think it'd be a little tough at times because you could have
days full of other people trying to come in, and the booths are being used by season pass people. But if they got enough for the season passes, like they'd obviously have to work it out through their prices. But,
yeah, like they'd have to price it out for themselves. I mean, it wouldn't be cheap.
No, definitely.
For sure.
Yeah.
But because it is one of those things where, like, a place like Wild Island, they can do season passes because it gets you in the door, and then you have to buy everything else you want.
Yeah.
That's why that works.
Yeah.
But for them, they did that season pass. They literally have 6 booths. They don't have food. They don't have drinks.
Yeah,
anything
that would
else.
be a little...
So it would have to be super expensive.
Yeah. What was I saying? I believe it's running well just because I do remember so many people coming in. Like, my headphones weren't on super tight because I just kind of put them on. I didn't adjust them very well.
That is literally my one complaint about that place.
Yeah,
is their headphones are not great.
It's just the whole thing. You have to get it well adjusted before you even start playing. And I didn't bother. I didn't bother doing the full adjustment. Like, one I forgot from last time, so I'm like, it's on enough.
The one booth that Emily was using, where like it had the screen in front of it, that Vive headset felt way better than any of the other ones I used, and I don't know why, but I put that one on and I was like, this is the most comfortable I've been. So there's that.
Yeah, I guess it depends.
And they had cool like silicone covers on the the Vive things, and it was for what's that game where you open portals? Portal
for Portal.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a moment.
Yeah.
But it had like the company that you work for in Portal. They had like those silicone things over it, so I thought that was kind of neat too.
Yeah. So I remember hearing all those people come in and whatnot when I was playing the horror game, and I was like, geez, they're getting a lot of people in. And even when I was sitting down watching, I saw a couple people come in. And I think that they're getting popular. I think it could be a successful business, and I do believe that this could be like one of the possible beginning steps into gaming bars. Mm-hmm. Like,
first. Now that I'm thinking about it, I wanted to open like a sport, like I want to call it an esports bar because I want it to be like I want it to be sports and electronic sports and or like esports / gaming.
Yeah.
So like I want to do that, and this just adds to what you can do in a place like that. Yeah. It doesn't have to just be arcade games anymore.
Yeah.
Like
that could be.
You could literally have like a VR booth set up.
Yeah, VR rental area or whatnot for.
I mean, obviously, you wouldn't let super duper drunk people use it because they're gonna fucking kill themselves.
Yeah, that would be that could be party packages or whatnot.
Yeah,
you get something a special VR timer or whatever.
Make it more like a bully's place where it's like more everybody friendly.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah, you know. I get what you're saying.
You picking up what I'm putting down, bro?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could see it. I see how it's getting more and more successful and how a lot of people are liking it. But as soon as people start getting VR in their houses more regularly, I don't think it's going to last.
It's going to be the same thing that killed arcades back in the day was everybody got consoles. And I don't have to go to arcade anymore. I literally just plug in a cartridge, push the power button, and I'm at an arcade in my house.
Yeah.
So
the only big draw will be like the library they have of games, like the options of playability.
But even then,
even then,
if you have it at home,
you have the option of having a library like that.
So I think that business model works now.
In a couple years, it'll be difficult.
That's a good point.
Able to expand.
You'd have to expand and do something else in the building with it.
Yeah, there's
especially with the one we were like in previous General Nerdcast shows we've done where we were talking about Facebook's Oculus thing that they're setting up.
Oh yeah,
whereas that one is wireless and it is like on the go and it's going to be wicked fucking cheap. So
yeah, that could be the start of a slight decline, but it'll also depend on how many people are getting it. Because again, I still think VR for the general public, not like devoted gaming people, but general people who just pick up games every now and then and play them, is only starting to get noticed.
Yeah, no, I feel like this business model will work for probably a couple more years.
Yeah.
But once it becomes easier to develop and use and
get a hold of, or
cheaper
yeah.
for developers to use and develop. I feel like this business model will fall apart because if I can get PSVR for, we'll say the price drops to like $250 because it's easier for them to make. They don't have to charge so much. I'm not going to pay $30 every time I want to do that when I could literally just save that $30 for a few weeks and then buy my own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that this thing works for people that don't have access to it and won't have access to it, or that they don't know what VR is or what it entails and how immersive it can be. This thing really helps people. I think this business model works to get people's foot into the door of VR and they understand it more, and then they'll just go get their own, I guess is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I agree with that. One of the big things that actual virtual... I think I screwed up their name. Anything virtual has going for them is the last guy we talked to did say that every now and then they do have tournaments that are going on. Yeah. That is fucking exciting for VR.
Like if
it's just beginning.
Yeah. If they could do something and like... The problem with their first tournament is it kind of failed because one person signed up, which if I would have known about it ahead of time, I would have fucking signed up. Because
if we hadn't gone so late, I think that's something we would have planned out.
The first time we went, the tournament was like 2 days, and I was like, I don't know how to play this game yet. Yeah. But then like by the end of the day, I felt like we were getting kind of the hang of it and we could do pretty well.
Yeah. I actually started with that game today, and first round I only made it to like level 6. Second round I made it to like level 10 or 11, and then next one I made it to like 6 again. So I was like, all right, that was good startup.
I was pretty consistently making it to like level 13. So I would start off with 2 guns. Yeah. And then as soon as they got too many of them, I would like switch to the shield, and then...
I actually did double grenade launcher, and I was figuring out like, when you shoot it, if you press it again, you can cause it to explode. I always thought you had to hit them directly, and I was like, this one's stupid. I didn't realize it was... remote controlled.
The really dumb one in that game was the charge button.
Oh god, I tried using that so much, and like
unless you can hit multiple targets with one charge, then it's worthless.
Yeah, there's a laser beam, and then there's the charge one, and
the laser beam was cool, but it just didn't do enough damage.
Yeah, it was
took
tough.
too long to kill things.
You have to have a good aim and control, like good follow through with that one. But yeah, no. So far, every VR game I've played, I've liked a lot so far.
Even one of the most popular ones that they have is the weird audio shield.
Oh yeah, I saw a couple. I remember
Sarah loved that one.
Yeah, Emily played that one. She was a little. She liked it. She wasn't stoked that she couldn't play Bohemian Rhapsody.
Why not?
I think it might have been locked or something. It probably just needed to be unlocked.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
You have to unlock songs.
What is this, Guitar Hero?
What is this? Band, rock band?
Yeah.
What is this?
No, it's...
Band Hero?
It's S.H.I.E.L.D. music.
Oh, it's different.
The music of S.H.I.E.L.D. No, that's wrong.
The music of S.H.I.E.L.D.
That's wrong.
That's not real.
But yeah, like... It's just like a game. You have to unlock stuff, better songs and whatnot.
It makes sense.
But yeah, it looked cool. I don't think that'd be one I'd actively play because...
No, that would be one... Shit. That would be one... That would be one that I would use to show people like what you can do. Like that's a good one because you literally just block the yellow or orange or blue depending on which one's coming at you.
Or a combo.
Or both, yeah,
the purple or whatever.
So, I mean, that's a good one to be like, well, here, you don't know what VR is... Get the feel for this one, and then I like.
Yeah, you can get the full 360 experience, but the gameplay isn't 360 experience. Like, all around. That's what I'm saying. Not 360 Xbox or anything. Like the all around view.
I was gonna make that joke.
Yeah,
you were on top of it.
Yeah, but no, it's so cool just being able That's why horror games are gonna be amazing, just because you have to be aware of your 360 environment.
Yeah,
I'm
still. Like, it makes me more excited for Doom VFR because, like, just the thought. Like, from the previews that I've seen, it looks kind of rail shootery, which kind of sucks. But it takes away the element of the speed of Doom, because the way that the reason Doom is so great is it's so fucking fast paced and like, wow, fuck the whole time, like you're just running around shooting everything. But if it's on a rail and you can't really like control the speed, it kind of takes the Doom out of it, and then it just becomes a really cool VR shooter.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that's just one of the things where it depends on the type of console. Once we get the more motion-controlled consoles, it'll be a possibility. I probably shouldn't say console for it, but setup. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Console doesn't quite match it. Gear.
But, yeah, I think it's more of a gear.
Yeah.
VR gear.
Just thinking about that. Just random thought for wording of stuff.
Yeah, you're right. That is kind of calling it because it's not really a console, because it's not standalone. It has
it's
to
an
have
adapter
something.
to console or units or whatnot. So the more advanced VR gear movement. Because I will tell you, playing.
I like the way that sounds.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I did play a game where you actually did have to move around, and it's kind of like you're lobbing a hacky sack or a ball to the location that you want to move.
Which game was that one?
It was the samurai one.
Okay.
Like that's what it looks like. You're not actually like trying to lob the controller. You just have to angle the controller, press the button, and it kind of the way my mind was perceiving it, because it shows you the angle, like on how far you're moving or whatnot. And it shows you like a tossing angle, and it makes me feel like that's like how I was perceived in my mind. I'm just trying to toss myself over there. I'm trying to toss a ball over there, but I'm moving over there. It was super hard to control. Like, I'm not used to it. It's the first time trying with a movement game. It was super fun just trying to like move over into areas.
That, I think, is what Doom VFR is.
That's what
where you have to like lob yourself forward.
It makes it
not so much like a rail shooter, but more like a.
It's slower paced because it's slower movement. You're not having. You don't have quick movements
unless they do the same speed. Like the environment around you is the same speed, but the way you have to move is slower. That'll fuck you up.
Yeah. I mean, once you get used to it, it might be pretty easy, because I was starting to get like back motions and whatnot. Just toss myself back there, and not looking where I was going, obviously. But
yeah, there's the robot game where it's like multiplayer, and like that's how you moved in that game. Was you shot this like teleporter, and then it would teleport your little robot there.
Oh, okay.
And then you'd pick up like a bullet and then shoot it at him. That game was cool too. I can't remember what it's called though.
Was that the one everybody was trying?
Yeah, well, that was like the multiplayer game where we can all get in the same lobby and play against each other, but we couldn't get to work. But we got in the lobby with some randos.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, that movement stuff. Obviously, once you get used to it, it'll be a little bit better. It was kind of tough. That one allowed you like to jump on the wall and then you to like slide down it. So just because it was like samurai ninja type of game. So getting used to the movement for that type of stuff is difficult. That's kind of my one drawback for stuff like that. Like with the Batman game, when we moved around, that wasn't so difficult because it's like, all right, well, take this linear path here by clicking there, move to this area. Like
pull the trigger, it moves you there. Pull the trigger, move it there.
That one's a lot easier to understand and get used to. The free movements, but the way you have to move in the free movement type of game was difficult. That started with Doom. That's why I think Doom, unless I don't remember if the original Doom game or the one they re-released had difficulty levels or settings. Because if they do...
They all have, so I assume that they do. I haven't played it yet. I have it. I just haven't played it yet. It's on the backlog still.
So, I'm assuming that, like, with they may have a difficulty thing and an optional difficulty setting to where, like, do you want to play it VR pace? Do you want to play it regular pace? Do you want to play it fast pace along with difficulty settings for it? Like, that would be a good option, just because you can actually get used to the movements in the game, and then you can be like, all right, well, I'm ready for the shitstorm.
It would for sure make it interesting.
Yeah.
I think that would probably be the best way for them to go with that, but
it's
who knows?
Depends on what they're going to develp. Or they can just be like,
it's funny.
No, you guys are screwed. This is a Doom game.
Yeah,
go for it.
Good luck. No, it's funny because after E3, when they really revealed the trailer, there were a bunch of people like tweeting at Pete Hines, who's like the director of That studio that I
yeah,
can't think
I'm
of.
blanking it right now too.
Bethesda?
Is it Bethesda?
I'm pretty sure. Because
Yeah,
it was like...
we're going with Bethesda's doing it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Bethesda.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of it right now.
A bunch of people were tweeting at him, and they were like, what's the F stand for in VFR? And he was like, the same thing it stands for in BFG. If you don't know what that is, you've never played a Doom game.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know, it's fucking. Virtual fucking reality. Or big fucking gun. So yeah, go ahead and look that up for me.
Okay. But yeah, so I think I'm stoked on VR. I want it so bad now.
Me too.
Especially, I've had 3 separate experiences with it. 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I am... I'm in love with it.
I'm in love with a stripper.
Yeah.
What's that song? That's a song, right?
Yeah, that's a song.
Okay.
I think it's I'm in love with a stripper. I believe. The one game we both enjoyed.
With a virtual reality stripper.
I mean, there's VR porn, so you can.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, that's a real thing. Like,
yeah,
VR porn is a real thing. That's also something to look forward to if you're into that.
Yeah, Bethesda.
Bam! Nailed it. I'm so good at everything I've ever done ever.
One game we really enjoyed, the Hardpoint, the bow one. You played it this time.
Oh yeah.
That one's a lot of fun. I think that's one of the elements I like in the games now is the dodging. Like, it
senses your movements.
Yeah, it's not telling you to walk or anything, but we got a duck low to dodge this bullet or dodge this beam, whatever it is they're like swinging or throwing at you or whatever. Yeah, VR I think is an experience everybody should go for. I think that's what I was going at this entire time.
It's really, really hard to explain it to people, like the way that it makes you feel. But the best thing that I've ever, the easiest way for me to explain it is in the Batman VR.
Yeah.
Did you do the elevator part?
Which elevator part am I thinking?
You go down the elevator inside the Batcave. Did you do that part?
Yeah, I believe so. Were you getting all geared up?
Yeah, and like you go down the elevator after you get all your gear on. The sensation that you get from that fucks with everything. Because if you've ever been in an elevator, you know what it feels like. Yeah. So the elevator starts, and your mind automatically clicks in and goes, all right, we're on an elevator. So your body is like, okay, we're on an elevator. And you feel the fucking elevator. But you're not an elevator. You're standing still in the living room. Not elevator. Feel like elevator. Not elevator. Scary as hell. But also, fucking super cool experience.
Yeah.
And like that's the one that I use all the time for everybody when I try to explain VR. It's like, have you been in an elevator? Well, yeah. Like, have you been in an elevator in VR? No? Yes, you have, because you've been in an elevator. That the same exact feeling. This is exactly the way it feels. But you're not actually moving. And it's fucking...
That's probably a good comparison. Like,
yeah.
I was going to try and be all, like, technical, explaining and whatnot. Like, it gets you... Like you said earlier, it basically tricks your mind, making you think you're in that world and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Like, it does such a good job of making you feel like, oh my god, I'm standing here and whatnot. Obviously, you don't have, like, wind on your skin or anything like that just because technology hasn't gotten that far yet to the public.
I think you could do it, though.
Yeah.
All you'd have to do is kind of hook up a fan in front of you and like, just have it timed to activate in certain spots.
Yeah.
Which would be all developer side,
yeah,
not anything you would have to set up.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, maybe you could set it up. Also, if somebody knows how to fucking do that, I want it, make it happen, give it to me. Because I want, like, could you imagine, like, playing that zombie game and just, like, feeling the cool air from the sewer that you were in? Or, like, yeah, like, could you imagine? Because, like, that would totally immerse your whole self into it.
Yeah.
See, these are the small, little itty-bitty things that VR is missing, but you don't notice it when you're playing.
Yeah, you don't notice it because you're so focused on, oh my god, this is amazing.
And then
I'm somewhere else.
Yeah, and your brain is telling you, I'm in this place. Like, we're looking at this, we're here. This is real. This is real to us now. And then, like, you take it off and you're like, wow, all right, which one's the real world now? But, yeah.
Oh, man. The zombie one. This is the one thing I think
keep going back to this game.
I know, it's awesome.
It's a great game. Bloodhaven.
I want to play it. Like,
Yeah.
I got super far that.
If you have Steam VR and HTC Vive, or I imagine Oculus probably works with Steam too, but if you have one of those, Bloodhaven.
Horror games in VR are going to be the best.
Yep.
If you like horror games. I love horror games, and VR makes them so much better. But back to the smellulator for for like being able to smell stuff.
I don't smell
through the like from video games and
maybe
whatnot.
I'm a little sweaty.
Yeah, the smell concept.
Off topic.
Yeah. Would you really want the smells from a horror game, like the rotting body smells, or?
See, that would be tough.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Like
that
being in the
makes
sewer down there when you were fighting all those things, like the smell of that would be like
smelling the sewer and whatnot.
I don't want it.
Like
I
how
don't want
realistic
it.
do you want it to feel? Like how far do you go with that concept? I mean, if it's anything like if people made it to where you can turn off that setting, obviously, or whatnot, then it'd be fine. But like, how full blown, how committed are some people? Is someone going to role play in VR with all these setups and them reacting to it?
You know damn well somebody would.
Yeah.
Would I be that person? Hell fucking no. Just the thought of that smell, like, I need to run the toilet.
Yeah, that one would be a tough one.
My tummy's like, brother,
it's not a good idea.
I don't like it, brother. So, I mean, but, man, virtual reality.
It's amazing.
It's the future of gaming, man.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to get one and just start experiencing other games. There's some games that are VR only that I looked at and I'm like, I don't want to play that. Like, there's one that was, it was like a platform game. I'm trying to remember. It's
an Xbox exclusive.
Xbox exclusive.
I know what you're talking about. It's the one where you have like the little. No, maybe it's a PlayStation exclusive.
It was a PlayStation exclusive because I was looking at games to get Emily when I got her a PlayStation.
Yeah, and like you have the little mouse guy.
Yeah,
that you're like guiding. Yeah,
you're guiding him around and that stuff. I was like, oh, she'd probably like games like this. It's like Animal Crossing type stuff, but more on like different little zones and whatnot. And
yeah.
I was like, VR only, really? Really? We're gonna use VR on this?
Yeah. See, and like I don't know what exactly it entails and like what you're going to be doing, but
yeah,
I'm into it.
And that's one of the things. I was talking to Jason, and he's like, "Yeah, the PlayStation might get some more of the general people interest from games like that and whatnot." Because I saw that, or Emily said that she was playing Battleships on there, like Battleship, the board game. I was like,
I saw
that's interesting.
What's his name playing it? Brandy's kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't remember names. I'm terrible at names, dude.
I forget people's names at work. Like, I don't know how many times the past 2 weeks I'm like, that one guy, he brought it out here. He's the
bro dude guy.
He's older.
He walks around like this and goes, finger bang, bang.
Yeah, just like that.
I really hope he doesn't walk around like that at work.
Yeah, that'd be bad. But yeah, we're like simple games like that. I'm like, we're using VR, and I guess it's still a cool concept just because you can kind of, depending on the world they put you in when you're playing it and whatnot.
I imagine the sounds and
that could be it.
And depending on what you have to do, like in the game, is how it immerses you into it.
Yeah,
but I imagine that it's gonna do it in a way that you're gonna be like, this is fucking cool. Because I mean, like, watching it outside of the game, you're like, okay, but it's one of those things where like you watch somebody else play VR and you're like, oh, that's cool. I like what they're doing. But then like you do it and you're like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah. Watching to experiencing is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
I mean, in general, yes, but VR is. You don't understand until you actually get to do it, and that's why I don't understand the Battleship one too much. I'm like, I mean, that's kind of cool, but that's not a game I would really directly choose.
There was like a chaos mode, and I want to see what that's about, but it was locked.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
wonder if it's just like, you just fucking click, 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 click.
You get 1 second to choose.
And then it's their turn.
Yeah.
Like, or like, yeah, like you only have a second to fucking bam, 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 bam. Like,
yeah.
I just want to see what that's about.
Yeah, and
just another, like, how realistic your motions are with a controller is awesome. Like, you actually have to adjust. Like, if you're firing a gun, you have to make sure you're angling it right and whatnot, setting up. Like, you can't just be like, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, like, that was one thing, like, when I was playing the zombie game when I first started. That was the game I opened up with. So I was like shooting, and I was like, I'm really bad at shooting. And then I was like, oh, I'm not even actually looking down the sights at the gun. I'm just staring at the gun, hoping that it's in the right spot.
I got you.
So, like, I started, like, staring down the sights,
and
I was like,
a little bit.
Like, oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is... Oh, I'm so much better at this game now.
Now that you're taking the time.
Yeah, like,
aim,
now that I'm actually using it, like, it's a real
movements.
gun.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking crazy to me, too. It's like, you have to think about it as, like, a real gun.
Oh, yeah.
Not like, video games.
Yeah,
like,
no,
like...
You can't just do the pray and spray. You spray and pray. You can...
Both ways work.
Yeah.
Pray and spray, pray, whatever.
Pray spray.
You can't pray and spray. You can't put spices on the pineapples.
I guess you kind of can. You could just sit there and try and shoot
put
back
spices
and
on
forth.
it. Oh, back to shooting. Gotcha.
Yeah, back to shooting. You could try and pepper their spices with that, but I don't know. Words are bad right now.
Pepper their spices with their pineapples in the shooting games?
Yeah. You could try and do that. Obviously, you're not going to be very good because you really do need to pay attention to.
There were times in the zombie game where I was just fucking like, shit!
Oh, yeah.
Like, wouldn't even aim. I'd just fucking start pulling the trigger.
Yeah, you just start trying to aim at, like, alright, the body's there.
That was another thing. It was like, the way that the way VR immerses your brain and tricks you into thinking you're there was in that game.
Oh, I was sweating at the end of that.
When you pulled the trigger in the game, like when you were watching the screen, like through like your goggles, when you were watching it, you'd pull the trigger and there would be recoil on the gun. Mm-hmm. Your brain, like, I don't know if it worked for you, but my brain told me that there was recoil on the gun, and I felt the recoil in the gun. Wasn't moving my hand, but I could feel it there. Like, it's there, but it's not, like, I'm not moving. Like,
yeah.
It's fucking weird, but it's fucking amazing.
It's been a while since I've gone shooting in real life and whatnot. I think I noticed it a little bit more near the end, but at the beginning I was taking enough time with my shots to where, like, man, just thinking about it, maybe I did notice it earlier, and that's why I waited so much, just so I could readjust.
Yeah. And, like, when you fucking unloaded, I was, like, trying to compensate, and I'd, like, start aiming down like this, and I'd be like, I'm shooting at their foot.
I do remember one time when I was using the Uzi, I did try and aim down to adjust for the recoil of the gun.
Yeah.
I don't
but
know.
There's no
I don't
recoil.
know what I did.
It's not real.
I don't remember what I did with my hand after that. Like after I started, because I just wanted it to rush up to his head.
And I remember when I was like before I actually got into the game and I was like just shooting the stuff. I remember like flicking my wrist and I was like, I don't have to do that. That's not real.
The game does it, man. We need to do recordings like of both of us playing that game and watch our hand movements because I really don't remember if.
We need to go back with Emily and Sarah, and then have them record us while we're playing, and then we can like show videos of like how like it looks. Then like the longer you play, the more immersed you get, and then all of a sudden you're like fucking like ducking around. You're like bah, bah, bah. Like
that's why I remember that Space Pirates one.
That was fucking cool. Yeah. I
I
remember playing the zombie one, and then all of a sudden one of the big guys was like right in my face. I like jumped back. And I was holding my arm out like this and fucking pulling the trigger because his head was right here. I was like, "Shit!"
Like, I'm pretty sure I did that a few times. Like they got close
instead of just like going like this, I literally like curved my hand around. And I was like, "Ah!"
Yeah, I know I did that a couple times. There were a couple times where they got close enough. I was like,
yeah. And I remember like thinking to myself afterwards, I was like, I didn't have to do that. I could have just fucking held it out straight. But like in the game, you can see the gun like sideways and like shooting him in the like the temple, and you're like, God, I'm such a fucking badass.
There's the more present one I noticed for that is when I tried to do the melee swing. Like I leaned forward like pretty much out of my zone to try and slash at him, and like, I was like, that doesn't work. He has to be close enough.
Yeah, like when I was playing Super Hot, that's what I kept doing. I was like, if I could just take one step, I could get you. And I'd reach out and like go like this. But, like, they were still out of the box, so I couldn't hit them. And I was like, this doesn't make sense!
VR is awesome.
VR is great.
Yeah. like it's fun. It's fun to realize that you're not fully in that world, and that's why I like goofing around when I'm in the VR stuff. Like you said, I was doing the raving stuff. I was dancing as Batman, looking in a mirror. That was hilarious. And I love when you get to see your hands in the VR, and then you just like limp the controllers, and your arms like break, and you're like, "Oh God!"
Yeah, or like you just drop them and hold it, like just hold them with the wrist straps, and your hands are like.
It's so fun to like realize you're playing a video game and mess with the game.
But yeah,
like because it's a different experience from finding glitches in console games or computer games. Yeah. Like you're in the world experiencing these glitches like firsthand.
Yeah, you're watching it happen. Yeah.
Oh man,
it's fucking cool, man.
Yeah, I don't remember what we like if there's a specific one we were talking about before this concept.
Yeah. I don't know.
I
don't know anymore.
But yeah,
I feel like we're just going.
Yeah, Job Simulator's fun. I didn't play it this time, but I love. That's just a funny game.
You played it for so long the first time, you were just like throwing staplers and stuff. You're like, "Hey, robot, no!"
I'm sad I only played the office level, but I also wasn't trying to take a ton of time away from you guys. But I just wanted to toss stuff into other cubicles and see what people like would come up, because they would change the stuff they say every now and then. I did notice a couple repeated lines, but it's funny just to like which. I tried to throw it in like each different cubicle I could find, just something, and then I don't know. I tried pouring coffee into the computer disk slot. And...
yeah, super hot. It kind of took a weird concept from them. Like anytime you beat a level in super hot, you'd like come out, and then you're like a robot, scene. And you had to like pick up the disk and put it in the computer, and it's like a fucking like not a floppy disk, but like. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. You're old enough to know what I'm talking about.
Oh God, not floppy disk, but
whatever they were called. But yeah, you'd like put it in the computer, and then you had to like put the VR headset on, so it was like you were in VR putting a VR headset on. So it was kind of like it was a weird thing. But
that's intense.
But they kind of took that where you could like put the disc in the computer and stuff. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah. Those are really, like, as simple concepts as they are, they're a lot more difficult to control in VR. Well, no, I guess if you're not good at, like, setting stuff straight into a computer, they're about as difficult.
About on the level, yeah.
One thing I kept forgetting that the computer screen, and it was, like, one of those old radioactive computer screens in Job Simulator, wasn't a touch screen. I kept trying to press the yes button on the screen. You guys are like, you have to use the keyboard. God damn.
Yeah.
No, still the keyboard.
I remember that now. It's like, it's not a touch screen. Oh yeah. And then like you was
trying to move the mouse. Yeah. Nope, you got to use the actual. That's stupid.
Well, like the concept of Job Simulator is that like aliens have like taken over, and they're trying to show what jobs were like back in the day.
Yeah.
But they're like floating robots and stuff, and like we've never experienced that before. So. Especially back in the days when there wasn't touchscreens and you had to like use like a mouse and keyboard for everything.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm looking forward to the days when we can play MMOs in VR.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'll be fucking. I think when that happens, I ain't leaving my house ever again. Quit my job.
Yeah,
playing fucking World of Warcraft in VR. Like
when we get a VR, when VR multiplayer becomes big, as a start, that'll be amazing. But yeah, MMOs in VR will be awesome.
Again, it's one of those things. I bet they're on board for it. But it's one of those things where they're like, it's not viable for everybody that plays this game to be able to afford a VR setup. You know.
Yeah, it's too early in the stage to shoot for that. Like,
but someday.
We're waiting. Once we see it more active, we'll jump on it.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden we're fucking playing Sword Art Online, fucking VR headsets. Fuck yeah, dude, I'm ready.
That sounds awesome.
I'm ready. I'm fucking ready. Let's make it happen. Cap'n, you and me can Cap'n make it happen.
Cap'n
finger bang.
VR tournaments will be cool. I know.
Yes.
I know esports is hit and miss with people, but I think VR esports will be one of the more entertaining things, even if it's not just big, even if it's not big esports tournaments, just like at a sports bar, you have a local competition or whatever. Bro,
once you're able, like, I can't remember the one that is actually really, really fucking good, where you sit in stand in a dome, and where you're stepping and sliding, it actually moves your character that way. But once that shit becomes viable and like people can use it a lot, could you imagine fucking playing Counter-Strike with that fucking setup, where you have to move and duck and fucking shoot the gun, like if you hold a rifle and like
that would be intense. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's what I want. Like I want one day to be watching some fucking random ass esports Counter-Strike tournament that I always watch. Like I always pick up one of them, and then all of a sudden I'm watching the gameplay, but in the corner I'm watching the actual person playing, not just like I'm you're watching. You're seeing them fucking move around and like boots on the ground Call of Duty games.
Yeah,
good Battlefield games.
Not even I think those ones will be. Oh god, that one would be intense. Trying to do the wall running. Yeah.
That's a game that probably wouldn't work, right? Like, you probably have to that one would. You probably have to figure that one out.
You would have to you'd have to be running. You'd have to do a jump run and have a button press to hold onto the wall while you're still running in the dome.
But I feel like while your body turns that way, your mind would trick you into thinking you were doing it.
That would be really tough to get used to.
Yeah. Getting used to it. Get the fuck out of here with that. You don't ever get used to that. You just do it.
Okay. Another game I was thinking would be really interesting but really tough would be like the Destiny games, like the more sci-fi where you got the double jumps or whatnot, or like the Nova bombs in the VR. Or
could you, dude? Fuck, could you imagine? You don't fucking run around with your gun and to do your special, you actually have to do the movement.
That would be cool.
Like with the Nova bomb, how you have to pull it back and throw it.
Yeah. Trying to angle that right.
Dude. Fuck. Think about that. That would be so much goddamn fun. To just be able to actually throw a Nova bomb. I mean, obviously it'd be a lot harder to do the hardcore parkour stuff with the staff and those things. It would be difficult.
That would be you just have to do
just kind of
or whatnot.
Yeah, I don't know how they would work it out. But I mean, eventually they could work it out and make it happen, but
it's possible. I mean, it's moving forward pretty decently, I think, because
it's moving forward at a pace that I'm excited still about it.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's one of those things where you're constantly trying to keep up on it, and you're like, "This is happening. This is happening. This is happening." But at the same time, you're kind of stepping back, and you're like, "All right, I can wait. I can wait. I can wait. I can't wait anymore." But no, dude, I'm fucking jacked. Jacked in, jacked off. Oh,
whoa, whoa there.
Hey there.
Hold there.
Hey there. I don't know. No, that's what I'm talking about. Anything else?
I think I had a thought, but I don't remember.
I had a thought once.
Yeah. Mine's gone. I don't...
I've had many thoughts before. I remember this one time I was thinking... No, just kidding. Not going to that.
I think that's it. I fully support VR, and I think everybody should at least try it. Even if you're not big into video games, it's just the whole concept is really cool.
Apparently they have something similar down in Vegas, Anything Virtual, that's in Reno. If you're in Reno and you haven't done anything VR yet, it's a great thing to go do, because then you can actually experience it. And like I said, I'm pretty sure it's $30 for an hour for a booth.
I believe booth.
So I mean, if you bring in you and a bro go in, then you play for half an hour, he plays for half an hour, and you both get a pretty good experience. Or you guys can both get your own booth and fucking play for an hour total.
Yeah.
Yeah, and fucking Jim Jam, Shimmy Bam on it.
Shoobalop.
Caterpillars.
Yes. I do remember there was one VR video where they had like a VR headset on a little kid, and he did get like he was trying to lean and whatnot, and he just straight fell forward.
Dude, the VR fail videos are the best. They're the best thing that's happened to YouTube in probably 3 years.
Yeah, I can't. I need to watch more fail VRs.
You should. They're great. They're like not even just video game fails are great, because there's ones where remember Wii Sports had like the board.
Oh yeah,
and, like the ski jump one where the guy's like he like jumps and like leans too far forward and like falls into the TV and but like there are ones where like you ride in a roller coaster and like people are like leaning into it, they're like, oh shit, holy shit, and it's like it's so funny to watch. It's so funny to watch people ride a roller coaster in virtual reality, because like you're not just sitting there. They're not just going like, oh yay, oh yay. They're like following the roller coaster, like oh. It's like you don't have to do that, but like it's one of those things where it immerses you so hard that your brain tricks you into thinking like that's the movement that you're doing, so your body just naturally starts moving with what you're doing in the game. So.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
Great stuff coming from virtuality.
Try it out.
Do things and stuff.
Yeah.
Do the stuff. Do the things. Play virtual reality.
Yes.
Also, if anybody has virtual reality listens to this, let me know, because I want to do it more.
Yeah.
And I won't come to your house and I won't play it forever.
Yeah.
Except for you, Jason. That's right, I said it.
But yeah. I think that's our VR talk. Is there anything else we wanted to talk about?
No, I kind of just want to drink more beer.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
So, I mean, unless anybody just wants to sit and watch us drink beer.
Probably not.
It could be entertaining.
Could be. Depending on how it goes.
I guess if you're listening, it's probably not that entertaining.
No.
We're just hanging out drinking beers. But,
no.
Dude, not only, like, shooters and... Shooters... I keep thinking you want to say something, but then I just realized that you're just like doing what I was doing. But like not just like shooters and what are the games that we're talking about?
Shooters, movement.
I had it in my head, and then we started doing the dude thing, and I lost it. Anyway,
I want to fucking play shooters and horrors. I think horror games.
I want to fucking play a game like Dreadnought. And actually having you pilot the goddamn huge spaceship.
Yeah. Space.
Fuck.
Vehicle.
I'm yelling.
Vehicle and spaceship stuff.
Dude,
would be really cool in VR. That
the Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront has on PS, I think on all of them actually, has X-wing fighter thing, and you get to pilot an X-wing, and that's probably the coolest fucking thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a huge Star Wars fucking nerd, and sitting in an X-wing and piloting it and moving it and then shooting at things and like flipping it around and like, dude, I was jacked. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that I didn't have headphones on and Jason and Charlene were hanging out and I could hear them talking and they're like, you look like a nerd. I'm like, yeah, but I'm fucking, dude, I'm so happy right now. But like, could you imagine fucking piloting giant fucking juggernaut spaceships like in Dreadnought? I don't know if you've played Dreadnought yet, but
I haven't. I need to.
Or like, even just like I said, just the X-Wing was fucking great. Just because you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go this way. And like, you just like feel yourself leaning into the turns that you're making. And like, the only issue is they don't have like a VR joystick. They need to have a joystick you put between your legs.
Yeah.
It probably looks like I'm playing with my penis. But just put it between your legs and you can actually like it's just the joystick. And you're just fucking like, wah. Sorry. And like you have the buttons on there too, so it's like pew 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 pew.
That would be a lot of fun.
That's something that we're missing, but
that's
someday
a future possibility. Once they create more controllers for it, that's in the running.
Yeah, that's just something I was thinking about. Like, I don't know what popped in my head that I wanted to say that, but I just want to say like piloting a fucking X-wing fighter.
There's a lot of concepts that haven't been touched for VR yet, and
dude,
we want to see it.
I'm fucking ready. My hair is a fucking hot mess right now.
That's right. That is
now
nice.
It's better.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I think we're good.
Yeah.
I think that's been Drunken Nerdcast. Episode
I don't feel like we drank enough. I tried.
Yeah, I was working on it. It kind of slowed down. I think it was because we ate right before this.
Okay.
Can't drink like I used to. That's also because I space out my drinking.
They're one of those responsible drunks.
Yeah,
I'm one of those, I'm drunk. Anyway.
I used to be the drinker who used to babysit other drunks. And I'd get tired of drinking.
You were that guy when you came to parties at our house. Mm-hmm. You were that guy that would just like smoke hookah in the corner, and then everybody else would just hammer it around you. Yeah.
That's not to say that I wouldn't drink a lot. I'd just get so tired of be like, no, don't do that. Don't set yourself on fire. You're an idiot.
Please don't. Please. Oh God. Please. Fire extinguisher. He did it. He did that thing I said not to.
Yeah. But yeah. Episode 2 of the Drunken Nerdcast.
Finger bang.
Finger bing.
This.
Finger bing.
Has been your General Drunken Nerdcast.
What did you say?
And I would just like to say that I know we say it a lot, but we really do appreciate you guys listening and watching. Like, it does mean the world to us. Yeah. And, yeah. We just really appreciate you guys. And we wouldn't be doing this if we didn't feel like you guys wanted us to keep doing it. And I feel like the one is there, so we're going to keep going until we fucking dead.
El Dedo.
El Dakuschnap.
Dakuschnap.
Did I say the thing about how often we're doing this? I did in the beginning. You're right.
I think so. Yeah.
The 15th, we're going to launch one.
Yeah.
But
that's the goal. That's what we're going to do.
If you want it early, you can sign up on patreon.com/GeneralNerdcast.
Yeah.
$10 patrons get it a week early. You also get every episode of the week a day early. So, there's that. Mm-hmm. That's the thing that you can do. And it also helps us out tremendously.
Yep.
We're actually going to be getting a green screen soon because of our patrons on Patreon. So, we love you. Thank you very much.
If you have any suggestions for our backgrounds, we can work on trying to get those in. It's
going
to be a work in progress. We probably won't have intense stuff at first because we are very artistic.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
But yeah.
It's one of those things.
You have any recommendations for stuff that you want us to talk about on Drunken Nerdcast? Hit us up at our email, generalnerdcast@gmail.com.
As soon as possible.
Yes.
Right now. Do it. Right now.
Do it all the seconds
now.
Stop.
Push pause. Go write us an email.
Or Twitter.
At
General Nerdcast. Facebook.
Generalcast.
General Nerdcast.
Facebook.
You can even comment on YouTube. General Nerdcast. YouTube stuff. Is that all the things? SoundCloud, Patreon, iTunes. Yeah, well, I don't think they can really contact us through iTunes or Google Play. I don't know. I don't know how directly that works.
I don't think there's anything like really like rate wise and comment wise on Google Play, but iTunes. Please, even if you don't listen to us on iTunes, go ahead and go on iTunes and subscribe to us, and then rate us and leave a. It's not called a comment when you're trying to tell somebody about something. Thank you. A review. It does help us out a lot. It helps us move like further up the line of priority, and it gets the General Nerdcast out there more. So, even if you aren't listening on iTunes, go sign in on iTunes on your computer. Go ahead, click that frickin' button that says 5 stars, and then write a stupid little review where it's like, they poop their pants. I really hope.
Don't do that.
I really hope that there's like 7 on there right now. That like, I'm gonna check one day, just like they poop their pants, like 7 in a row. I'm like, you guys are fucking amazing. But something like that.
Way to follow our lead.
Yeah, we love you.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it does help us out a lot. So if you could do that for me, that would be great.
Yeah.
Or do it for Tyler. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Do it for one of us.
Do it for all us general nerds out there. El Burpo.
That was a good one.
It was.
I feel great now.
Nice.
This has been your Generally Drunken Nerdcast.
Huzzah!
I already did that once, but I'm doing it again.
I don't know what I was doing.
You're doing the huzzah move.
Huzzah!
Beer
hand.
Those weren't words. Anyways, like we said, You can hit us up on all those things with the comment. That alcohol is hitting me quick.
Like, subscribe,
questions, comments, concerns there.
All
also, like, subscribe, comment on everything you can. And
we hope that you all have wonderful mornings, afternoons, evenings, and nights.
And we love you very much. We really do.
Have good times.
Appreciate you.
Dude. Smooches.
Go Team Dignitas.